If you already have some experience of meetings and teaching by video conference, you have probably noticed that the barrier of the screen makes it more difficult to engage the participants. In this short video, we're going to share a few tips to increase your ability to energize and motivate your learners.
First, you can start a session with an ice-breaking activity to make participants interact and create a sense of community in the class. For example, you could start by briefly presenting yourself and your experience in the field, with a personal anecdote or a bit of humor to lighten the mood. Then turn to your participants and ask them to say a few words about themselves and their expectations for the course. This will help to de-anonymize the class participants if they don't already know each other.
To prevent your audience from dropping out, you need not only to have clear and concise training materials, but also to engage your participants on a regular basis. Let's ask experienced online trainers for some useful tips.
In my opinion, the best way is to ask the participants questions during the lesson, stressing that the aim is not to evaluate them or make them uncomfortable, but rather to ensure that there is no doubt or misunderstanding before moving on to the next stage of the lesson. When you're online, it's harder for the trainer to spot confusion in your audience, as non-verbal communication, such as facial expressions or body movement, is limited, especially if participants don't turn their camera on.
I agree. One good way to do that is to ask participants to summarize, in their own words, what you have just said. You can check straight away whether the content is understood or whether further explanation is required. This reduces the risk of participants getting lost.
I also like to ask participants to prepare individual or group presentations to deliver in front of the class during the online session, so that I can give my voice a break.
Another way is to use communication tools available in the video conference environment or a live quiz to engage participants in a fun way.
You can see from these experiences that the main idea for breaking the monotony is that you should not be the only one talking. Your participants will be much more attentive if they expect to be speaking or being asked questions during the online training session.